Good morning. Welcome to Pinky Mouse Cakes, Cookies, and Candy. I'm Mary, and Linda and I share a page, and she cooked yesterday, and I'm cooking today. It has really been raining. We've gotten so much rain. I think people's got 3 and 4 inches yesterday, and Marshall, the town near Linda, was flooded. The streets was just flooded terrible. So our hearts and prayers go out to all the flood victims. Cars were turned over in the water. It was just really sad. So anyway, I thank the Lord. My street, since I've been living here I think I've been here 31 years, it's flooded about 3 times the street. I have a ditch, a little creek that runs through my property, and it comes from across the road. And sometimes the county keeps that ditch cleaned out that's near the road, but sometimes it overflows and then it backs up into the street. There was one time that it actually flooded my yard, but I don't normally get any flooding here where I live. But it's sad. It's sad, and I just hope that there wasn't any casualties. I haven't heard. So I know all over Texas is dealing with this rain. We needed the rain. And yesterday I was just thinking, it was just a good sound. I was in the house. It was just raining, and it was just kind of relaxing to me. It just sounded good. So, you know, it depends on how we look at it. You know, it can be good for some people and not so good for others. But anyway, thank y'all for joining me this morning. All of y'all, appreciate y'all tuning in for Linda and I. You know, we used to cook together, and we still will when we get a chance. But right now we're dealing with health issues, and we're just having to do what we can do to keep going. So anyway, I'm cooking something this morning that Ma Lee, that's where I learned this recipe, was Ma Lee. It's so simple. My neighbor, y'all have heard me talk about her, that next to me, has been so kind and good to me. She has gardens and all that, but she's had cancer she's been dealing with it for the last 2 years. She just got report yesterday that there's a new spot on her lung. So just keep her in your prayers. But her and her mother together had a garden this year, and she brought me some fresh squash. And so that's what I'm doing this morning. I'm making a steamed squash. That's how Ma Lee made it. And you do have to cook it a long time, but it tastes, it's so delicious. So anyway, I love fried squash, but I also like this. So I got my skillet. I got a large skillet. I've already sliced up. This is 5 fresh squash and 1 whole onion. And I'm just gonna put it in my pan. I'm gonna give it a stir because this onions was on top. I guess I turned my burner on, shouldn't I? I'm gonna turn it on about 8 just to get it started. Now squash makes its own water, but to get it kind of started, I'm going to put 1/4 cup of water. That's all I'm going to add to this. I don't remember Ma Lee putting any water in hers, but I usually do. And then all she puts in it is butter and seasoning. This here is this is 2 tablespoons, and this right here I'm trying to use, and this is 3 tablespoons, so I guess that's 5 tablespoons of butter. Start to put a whole stick. Sometimes I do, but I'm trying to be a little bit better. Anyway, so I turned it on, and it'll start getting hot. That butter will start melting. I'm going to put a lid on it. And you steam it for a long time. Now, I will stir that occasionally. But I thought I would do something else, and I forgot to put it in the title. Good morning, Charlotte, and Brenda. There is another content creator on our on Facebook, and I think they're on YouTube and something else too. But first of all, I want to tell y'all how sad and heartbroken I am about John. Coffee with John and Mama. And it shook me up so much that I couldn't even, it was just hard for me. Linda and I both, it just, we both seen it. And if y'all did see it, it's a picture that you can't get out of your mind. And poor Mama, I'm telling you, she was just, it was just devastating to her. And my condolences goes out to her. My prayers are for her. And it upset me so bad. It made my blood pressure go up. I've got to learn to not let things upset me. But that upset me really bad. And for 2 days last week, I was very sick. Come near of having to go to the ER. My blood pressure was sky high. I'm not going to tell you what it was because y'all would tell me I was silly for not going to ER. But I had some medicine to take, and it did come down, and I stayed in bed. So anyway, what my point is, it just devastated me about John. And, you know, all of us content creators, the cooking and whatever we do, we're all in this. We all have the same purpose. We either want to tell our story, we want to bless others, and all the shut-ins that look forward to our videos. We like to cook and share our recipes. We're all doing the same thing, you know, and we need to lift each other up. And which I try to do. I watch lots of other cooking shows, and I may cook something that one of the others have cooked. It's not that I'm stealing the recipe. It's just we all do the same thing, especially us at this age group. We pretty near cook the same way. But there's one creator that is, she's not real new, but she's new to me. I mean, I've been watching her now for, I don't know, over a year. And it's a young lady. Her name is Tina Cooks. Some of y'all probably follow her. Tina Cooks. She also, that was her personal page, and so she started her business page as Chambers and Charm. If you're not watching her, go over there. She's such a sweet young lady with 2 small children. She has a fantastic testimony. I mean, it's just good to hear, you know. When we get on here and we share our life stories and things that we go through, it might help somebody else that's going through the same thing. So she's just really an inspiration to me. You know, oh, I smell my grease. I've got, anyway, what I'm getting at is I am doing one of her recipes. Not the recipe, but her procedure. I've got a skillet in the oven with grease, an iron skillet. She makes a crispy cornbread. Linda and I both talked about yesterday about, good morning, Dale, Sandy, and Peggy. We talked about we liking crispy cornbread, and a lot of you said you did. Well, this lady, Tina, she made crispy cornbread different from any way I have ever seen it done before. I don't know her recipe, her measurements and stuff. I'm just going to use my own. But her process is what I'm going to follow. And I'm going to open my oven. I have got the oven on 425, and I've got grease in a cast iron skillet. Let me see. Let me check it out. I know it's hot, but I'm going to mix up this cornbread real quick. I just want it to be hot. And like I said, this may not be her measurements. It doesn't matter. I went back and I couldn't find the recipe, and I didn't really want to do mine the same with hers. I'm just using her process. I'm using 1 cup of self-rising meal mix. Well, it's not self-rising. It's a yellow cornbread meal mix, and then 1/2 cup of flour. I'm hoping that I'm not making too much because it's a thin cornbread. That's the trick to it. I hope this ain't too much. If it is, I'm not going to pour it all in there. I'm experimenting, y'all. I haven't made this, but I'm going to experiment. And then I'm going to put a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda in here. And I'm going to put a tablespoon of baking powder. I don't know if that's enough or not. I'm going to put a tablespoon and a half. I told y'all I don't normally measure. I just spoon it in there. And let's see here. I need to put some salt in it. I'm going to probably put that's a half a teaspoon, probably a teaspoon of salt. Like I said, this is just, may not be exactly the way she does it, but it's her process to make it crispy. Okay, so I got that in there, and then I'm gonna crack an egg. I'm thinking this is too much dry mixture. If it is, then I'm just not gonna pour it all in the skillet. And this is buttermilk. And again, I don't know how much buttermilk. I don't usually measure nothing. I will start out with the cup and let y'all know if that's enough or too much or whatever. I'm probably going to have to use some more. Yeah, I'm going to put about another half a cup. That's about 3/4 a cup. Yeah, I will cut down on the measurements when I put this recipe on there. I'll cut down on the measurements because I know I'm not going to use all this. I'm going to put a little bit more buttermilk, so that's probably 2 cups of buttermilk. And I know I will, I know this is too much batter. It's not as thin as I like it to be. I'm going to add me about 1/4 cup of water in there. I better check I'm going to check my squash. And I'm going to turn this down. I turned the burner up to get it started, but I'm turning this down on low. I'm turning it down because I want this steam for a long time. So, all right. So now I put 1/4 cup of water in here. Now I got to get this. I want this a little thin. Is what I'm getting at. I don't want it thick because it won't get done through and through if it's too thick. All right. Now I'm going to get my. Where did I do my pot? Oh, here they are. I know the skillet is going to be hot. See, my skillet is hot. It's really hot. Okay. It's got a lot of grease in it. And I'm not going to I don't want this to be thick. So I have about this much batter, which is not about 1/2 cup. Now I'm going to put this in having that oil, the skillet and that oil hot, it makes it crispy. And I'm going to cook it. Like I said, I'm guessing at this. I'm going to cook it for about 10 minutes. No, I'm going to cook it for 15. I'm going to cook it for 15 minutes. And then that's the trick. I'm going to take it out of the oven and flip it over and let that hot skillet crisp up the second side. So both sides will be crispy. I was just real impressed when I seen her make that. I don't know if that was something she came up with. Let's see, if you add baking powders and soda, why do you use a mix and separate? That's just what I do, y'all. I know it's a mix. You don't have to add anything else to it. I understand that. But I have done it both ways, and I like to add the baking powders and the salt and stuff. It's just what I do. I've done it all. I don't know. I think when I was younger and I was using a mix, I didn't trust it. And so I started putting the other ingredients, and I've just always done it. Probably don't have to, but that's just, when you get used to doing something one way, It's hard to break habits, and I do know when have to. So Barbara, you said you watch as well? Yes, she's a very sweet mama. She's got 2 little children. She's got grown children also, but she's got 2 that's still at home. The 18-year-old is going off to college this year. But anyway, she's a real sweet girl, and I'm sure y'all have seen this recipe, and y'all may tell me because I can't remember exactly how she done it. I just remember thinking, now I think I would like that, to have it crispy on both sides. So I'm going to give it a try. I don't know. Probably after, if this don't work, I'll have to go back and watch her video and see exactly how she done it. But anyway, I just thought I'd do that while this right here was cooking. This is not a lot of squash. You know, squash cooks down. And, but it's enough for me. It's enough for Chuck and I. And I'm just going to cook it on low. And what I'll do, and I may not be on camera for the whole time that I'm cooking this, but I will cook it until on low until all the moisture's out of it, and I might add some more butter. What's her name? Her name, she has 2. Her Facebook page, her personal page is Tina Cooks. That's Tina Cooks, Cooks. But she started a business page, which she hasn't got that many. I don't think she's got that many followers on it yet. She's trying to transition over to a business page, and it's called Chambers and Charm. And the reason she's changing that, one reason is that she likes to go to antique places and flea markets and stuff like that. So she kind of does a little bit of everything. She don't just cook. She shows her children a lot in it, and their garden, and it's interesting. And you would think that I had too much to do to sit and watch her, but I watch her. She's and 2, her testimony is real good. I don't know. I liked, now, hey, Linda, I used to think I made the best cornbread. When I was growing up, the kids, I mean, my aunts and uncles told me I did. But Linda, she's perfecting it. She makes a delicious cornbread. But I do like cornbread. My electricity went off. Sorry about that. The electricity went off, and the cable went off, and my timer, my stove, everything went off. But I think I reset my timer. Anyway, I hope y'all are there. Yeah, David, yeah, she has a great testimony. I didn't go out because I thought surely it'll come back in a minute, and it did. So I don't want to stir this too much because it'll tear these all to pieces. But I'm trying to make sure the ones that's not getting tender goes down to where they'll get tender. So anyway, I'm gonna close that lid. Oh, you know what? I've been so busy, I hadn't even put my salt and pepper in it. Definitely need salt and pepper. That salt didn't come out much. I'm gonna probably add me some more salt. But you definitely have to have salt in this squash. I have enough. Yeah, squash has to have salt. I was so busy thinking about the cornbread until let me turn the light on, because like I said, I'm guessing it how long it will take. I'm going to scoot this camera back just a tad, and I'm going to take this cornbread out and flip it. At least I'm going to see if I can. Yeah, I think I am. See my cornbread? It's not done. And I may make a big mistake. I may not be able to flip it like she does because the cornbread's a little thick. Let me see if I can get this. I didn't know which spatula I would be using. Okay. See how this is crispy? Now I'm going to put it in the oven and let it finish getting done and get crispy on that side. So, but I can tell that cornbread's a little thicker than what hers is, but I think it'll still work. Like I said, you see something somebody does and you don't write it down, then you have to just go by your memory. So anyway, I'll wait till we get that cornbread out of the oven so y'all can see it. But I hadn't perfected it because the ingredients. Thank you, Brenda. It's the trick to it on flipping that is make sure that it's almost done, because if it's still liquidy inside, you're not going to be able to flip it. So make sure that it's done. Hi, Julie, Jean Shepherd, Mary, Fortenberry, and David and Brenda. I think it'll be good. It'll be cornbread anyway, whether it's as crispy on both sides as hers. But her cornbread is really thin. And when I first seen it, I thought, now I wouldn't like that because that's not enough cornbread, not enough filling in it. But the more times I've watched her, I think, that just might be good. So I'm hoping that that it will be crispy on both sides. I think it should. I think it should. So anyway, I'm not, I can't see all the comments. Linda's, she must be watching because she's answering some of it. Yeah, really, I didn't think about it, but I probably would have put, instead of putting all buttermilk, I probably would have added some sweet milk. But I didn't think about it. When I get on this camera, if I hadn't got it already planned out and laying right there in front of me, I forget. Just like I left the butter out of that last pie I made. And yeah, I like sweet cornbread too, but I didn't put no sugar in this one. I just do it different. I do like sweet cornbread. Didn't know exactly how it would taste, it being so thin, if it was sweet. So anyway, I'm trying to read comments and it's hard for me to read sometimes. I'm gonna cook something else after a while, but I'll probably have to rest a little while first. All buttermilk is fine. Jean, yeah, you like cornbread with a glass of buttermilk. My husband did too. I don't drink buttermilk. I don't drink. Yeah, it's a work in process. Yeah, I got that buttermilk. What was it I was going to make? Oh, I'm going to do something different with okra. I fried some okra yesterday for my grandson. He didn't ask for it. It's just I know he likes it. So I took him some of that meatloaf. I made a meatloaf Sunday. It was Sunday. I got up and made it before I went to church. I had meatloaf and mashed potatoes and gravy, and what else did I have? Oh, I had some butter beans, fresh butter beans that Linda had given me that she bought one year. Yeah, Linda, it is hard to find full-fat buttermilk. That was not full-fat buttermilk. I went to several stores, and Yolanda, I seen that y'all got 3.5 inches of rain yesterday. I'll tell you, that was in, I think Yolanda lives in, I forgot. It's somewhere in Texas. I forgot where you live, Yolanda. I don't know if it's Austin, San Antonio, somewhere in that vicinity. Oh, thank you, Dale. I love my grandkids. I love all my kids. But you know, my kids are grown and they pretty well can fend for themselves. But if my grandkids, I love them, and if they need help, if it's at all possible, I'm going to do it. So I'm gonna stir my squash one more time, and my cornbread should be getting close to done. What I've been doing, a lot of what I've been doing, is going through stuff for Linda for her wedding. She's going to have a wedding, but it's going to be over a year from now. They're not rushing into it. They've known each other about a year. She is engaged, but she said, I don't want to rush into it. So anyway, it's going to be a little over a year before they get married, but a year will go by fast. And so I'm going through all my wedding stuff and trying to get it out so she can pick what she wants. She has her own idea of what she's going to do. I'm not going to try to tell her what to use and how to do and all that. But I'm going to get it all together and put it in containers and let her, so she can choose. But trust me, Saturday, her and Arthur helped me clean out one of my storages that I had a lot of things that I had used in Mindy's wedding, because I did Linda, my granddaughter's wedding, and bless you, Linda, you just finished with dialysis, bless your heart. So they helped me go through, and I did throw a lot away. You know, when you put things in storage, oh, it's a shame, but some of it ruins. And I threw away a huge container of flowers and stuff that I had made her arch with. But it just, I'm certainly not going to use something that has an odor to it. It'd been in the storage. She's been married, oh goodness, she's been married 14 years, I guess. My goodness. I just can't believe that it's been that long. She's been married a long time, and that stuff, I didn't know I had that in that storage that long. Maybe it hadn't been that long. Anyway, too long for reuse some of that stuff. So I threw a lot of it away. But the glass things, you know, and dishes and vases and stuff, they're okay, and they just have to be washed and cleaned up. But flowers, you can't use them after they've been in a storage. All right, I hope I haven't left it in there too long. I've cooked it about 15 minutes total. I'm pretty sure it's done. Ooh, it's hot. All right, let's cancel it. And I'm gonna flip it onto a plate. I'm gonna be honest with you, it ain't as crispy as hers is. I mean, it's not as but see, and this is the underside. So I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut it and show y'all. I wanna know myself. So I'm gonna cut it. I hope I cooked it long enough. I didn't cook it, but not because the electricity went off. I don't know exactly how long, but about 15 to 20 minutes. Whew, it's hot. I'm just going, we'll break it. It's almost too hot to pick up. See, it's crispy on both sides. And see, it's thick. Hers is thinner than that. It's crunchy. I think maybe me adding the baking powders, I don't know, made it thicker, you know, because baking powders and baking soda both makes it rise. So that might have something to do with it. It's almost too, I'm gonna taste it. But, I love cornbread, so, but I'm gonna perfect it. It ain't quite like I want it yet, but it is crispy on both sides. So, if you want extra crispy cornbread, don't make it so thick. Flip it after it gets almost done. Flip it. So, anyway, well, let's see. You think you like mine better than thinner? Well, you know, that's everybody's preference, and that's good. No, that's good. And if I ever get it thin like hers, I may not like it either. I may like this better. So it just depends. Thank you, Dale. Yes, cornbread and butter. I've got some sweet milk, and I'm probably gonna put some butter on that and drink me a cup of milk. Hello, Deb from West Virginia. All y'all stay safe. If y'all in the flooding area, please be careful and don't go out unless you have to. Don't drive off into any water because you never know how deep it is. So I love y'all. Good morning, Nancy. Thank you, Michelle. I don't know when I get on. Linda says something about her doing something tomorrow. I'm not sure. But anyway, I know I've got to take my car to the Ford place, and it's got a recall on the backup camera, so I got to take it in tomorrow. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow, and then the next day, Thursday, I have an appointment with the heart doctor. And after seeing John the other day, I'm going to tell her exactly how I've been feeling. It may not mean nothing, but I got to tell her so that, because I don't want that to happen to me. And I'm telling you, I've had some moments. I'm feeling good compared to what I do sometimes. And so I don't want me to push myself till I can't push anymore. So, and I feel like that's what John done. So anyway, y'all have a blessed day. I'll take a picture of my squash and I will put it on our page with the recipe. But the squash is nothing to it. Just your butter, salt, and I put a fourth a cup of water. Depends on, actually, now I said it depends on how much squash you put, how much water you put, but I've never put over a fourth a cup. And I usually cook more squash than this, but I didn't want to cook more than what Chuck and I would eat. So anyway, I will let y'all go, and y'all have a blessed day, and go check out Tina Cook or Chambers and Charm Kitchen. If you want to. I'm sure all of you already watching lots of cooks and content creators already, but she is an inspiration, and especially if you're young, you know, you can relate to some of the things that she talks about. Love y'all. Don't forget to count your blessings. There's always something that you can thank the Lord for, even in your darkest moments and hour. You can always find something to be thankful for and know that you are blessed. So, bye. I love y'all. See you soon. See you the next time. Bye-bye.